So last night I got a call, and the excavator is coming today, and we're going to demolish the house. It is a little bit sad. Had some good memories in here. So this calf can actually have something to drink. Got enough feed here for now. So last night I had to take the line off the power cord that went all the way up to the pole. Yesterday I could not get up high enough to cut the line off there. The loader wouldn't go high enough, and I was even thinking of improvising using a bale as well, but I might have to get somebody to come in here with a bucket truck. Anyways, so what I did is I cut it off at the house here, and then I cut it up about halfway up, well, about 2/3 up the pole there, taped it, and it's not gonna do anything bad, so I'll give you a tour. So anyways, there was a porch here, if you do remember. What we're gonna do is, you can kind of see, I guess the water started leaking in there and started rotting the wall up. You can kind of see it's windows. I don't think these windows are really much. We did take a couple of windows out of here already. This here, these bed frame here, this angle iron could be used for something. If you are a business owner or a farmer, you don't really throw very much away. This side did fairly well. So I think this house was about a 24 by 24. This is a small tree my mom and dad planted for shade because the summer kitchen was there. But while I'm here, we're going to probably be digging a hole into here. But you can see the rhubarb is starting to come up. I always remember rhubarb here, so maybe we'll take this up and we'll plant it. Tour here. So you walk in here. This is the kitchen here, and there was a sink there. I remember my mom, we never had a washing machine, but it was one that rolled out over here. And then what would happen is that's where they'd wash clothes. Fridge used to be sitting here. I'll show you a picture of me and my sister. I'm the little guy there at the bottom. They're standing over there. My two aunts and one uncle are over there. Show you a picture of that, where they were. And this was here. My mom used to dry out wild mushrooms. Dry that out, and that was like a dehydrator. So there was a wood stove right here, and the range was here, table was here, radio was here. If you can see, this is the bathroom. This bathroom got put in 1975 or 1976. So if you needed to go to the bathroom, you went outside, or it was cash and carry. You would have a pail in the house. This was the living room. There was also another stove in here. And if you remember on the outside, that's what it outside looks like. I do vaguely remember a door here, but then the TV would be here. And if I remember, I have a feeling that picture was taken right over here with everybody. I think a few days after a day or so after. Usually the Ukrainians, a wedding would last for a number of days. So then the next day everybody would go to the farmyard, and then they would finish off all the food that was made. And this was a bedroom. So that's what they used for hanging their clothes, is 4-inch nails. So yeah, so it's all coming down today. I don't know how that's all going to go, and I was really wanting to save the lumber in it, but it's just too far gone and a lot of work. So yeah, they've got walls here, like, you know, they really kind of went overboard on it. There was running water. This house first just had a sink, running water, and I remember that the water used to run. Maybe you can even see it. There was a spot that it would drain. Well, why don't I take you upstairs? Oh my. There's still some stuff up here yet. I think I'm not gonna really worry about it. Old dresser. Nobody's really had any interest in it. I remember when I was a kid, we used to stay upstairs. But in wintertime, what would happen, this place would be closed off. Yeah, there's a lot of good lumber up in here, and I was looking up there, and mostly all rough lumber. I'll take this chair out of here because that's a good way to get it down. Let's see, we're gonna make firewood out of this. All right, well that will be it. I will not be coming back here again to look at this. Oh, they went with long nails out here. Yep. It is a little bit sad. Had some good memories in here. I was thinking about the people that were in that picture. A lot of them have passed. And the youngest one might be 70 years old in that picture, and the oldest might be 97. So I'm gonna go take a look at that picture right away. It's amazing, you know, years ago they had one plug in there. There wasn't even a plug in for the fridge here. Drilled a hole through there and came out in there. And I guess that time there wasn't that much, I think early 50s is when the hydro came into this area here. It is what it is. So I have a feeling this picture was taken right over here, right where this window was. I do remember there was a smaller window, and if you can look in the back there, that's where I think the picture was. Look at all the people that fit in this house. So that's my mom, that's my dad. Few people I can recognize here, but out of these young boys here, I know that 4 have passed, and I think there's only two that are left here, and my mom. So where I'm looking over here, where I'm standing, this is where that picture was taken. And I remember in the summertime, this stove used to go out. The stove would always come in. It wasn't a very good stove. It was a piece of crap, really. But it is what it was. I remember this place would get hot. But wasn't very much insulation in the walls either, because I'll show you how much insulation there is. That's a cavity of leaves in there. And there was nothing up on the ceiling either. I might be able to dig up the when the house was built. Okay, there's a few little things I'm going to take out of here, and then that is it. So the house is down. Right now he's gonna make a hole right by the side where the house was. He's gonna take that material. We're gonna just bury everything. Ground might be frozen there. So that's what's left now. I did have to burn a few sticks here. I'm not hoping, I was gonna bury the concrete. I think I'm gonna try to save it. I'll just show you something. They didn't use any rods in here, but this is 10 inches of concrete. So if we can keep this, you know what, I might be able to put it someplace, and at least if it's above ground, then I could look at it, and then 10 years later I can bury it. But I don't want to bury it here because I don't know what the future could hold here. There's a good chance that this area here, another building might go up in here in the future. I don't know. So and if we start building again and then we gotta excavate, then we're gonna be going and disturbing all that concrete. That concrete itself might make some good pads someplace. I don't know. I know it's cracked there, but there's a good 12-foot pad. And on the other side, there is some concrete there. They went really a real, I guess it was a bit of a pony wall. 10 inches of concrete, that's a lot. There is no rods in there. I should say there's no rebar in there. Pile of stones. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Still a lot of cleanup to do yet. And I think the whole thing is that building's gonna come down as well. That was a place where we stored the round baler. Sorry about the wind, and we're going to clean up everything, all that wood in the back as well, so that make this place look a little bit neater in the back here, and it'll be easier for the lawnmower to go through too. So yep, that's we'll kind of keep the residential end of it here. Heifer, probably a little bit early. Day.
Okay, I will.
Well, I think she'll be well on her way. Yep, we got some snow last night. Or this morning. It looks like it's gonna come, as soon as it's coming down, it's melting. So I'm gonna go feed the cows, gonna see how that baby calf is doing. Well, I don't have very good news here, I think. Now, the calf is doing fine. The one that was born, he's up over there by that group of cows there. But all the cows were here, and we have one cow that stayed back here, and I'm afraid that she's got a calf. But I don't think the calf is alive. So she's kind of just hanging out here, and I think we have a dead calf. Probably was born a little bit too early. That's what I think anyways. That's the sad part, you know, you feed these cattle for all winter, and that's the results you get out of it. You know, some of them make it. A lot of them make it. Some of them don't. So I gotta get the number off this cow. She's gonna go for ground beef. Put some weight on her. She gets to go into the penalty box. Well, she's not going into the penalty box. What's happening here now? She's not gonna have a opportunity to be a cow on this farm because she didn't pull her weight. It's like a hockey team. Players that are gonna pull their weight, or it's even like a business. People aren't doing their job properly, they don't get to stick around. It's kind of the same thing in the cattle business here too, so yeah, that's a disappointing thing. Anyways, we won't be able to sell that calf this fall. So I was feeding all the girls this morning, or the cows, and everything that was out and about today, and then they were starting to come in, you know, just like they're doing right now, just checking things out, seeing where the bale is. Maybe they're going to get a better bale of hay. And this one was all by itself. So I thought, well, that's a little odd. So anyways, I think it's got a broken front left foot. And I called the vet, so I'm not sure what we're going to do, what he's going to do. So I just thought for a while is, you know, is he going to cast it, or I have no clue yet what he's going to do. So I gave it a little bit of feed here today, and now I'm setting up a water where I'm going to put a 1,000-liter water tank on that, and then I can just open up the valve and then put it right into the tank there. I don't have the pipeline up yet. We're supposed to have a few more days. It's supposed to be some cool weather. I hope the vet doesn't want me to put it in a squeeze chute, because at least it's not that far. It's only up to the barn here, but I'm not looking forward to doing that. But if it's something that has to be done, it has to be done. So I'm going to go pick up the water tank, and we're going to go and fill that up. Yeah, I'm sure that thing is broken. I just had the vet come in, and we had had to do a cast on a little larger animal than normal. Oh well. Let the healing begin. It would have been nice to keep the house, but it was too far gone. I guess once when you start having leaks in the roof, and then it starts getting into the wall, starts rotting everything. was a little bit unfortunate because I have a suspicion that the wood came from only 5 miles away from the tamarack swamp, and they went and got cut the trees, made logs, and probably even hauled it by horses as well. Brought the mill here, it got cut up, and then they made boards. The boards made the home, and there was no such thing as air nailers. And I think when that house was built, I think hydro just came into the area, I think, or might have been after. Yeah, it was quite interesting to see that. It's once when things start to be let go and not maintained, you have no other choice. It's if I wouldn't have done anything, the house would have fell down anyways, and could have been posed more of a threat. And I did shut the hydro off for the last 2 years because I seen the wires were being chewed up by mice. And last thing I needed to do is have another fire here in the farm. And so a positive thing is now we don't have to pay taxes on it. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.